time since 2016. It's the Olympian Griner and a future Olympian in Aaliyah Boston who get a start. They've been chomping at the bit. It's Taurasi. What a spin. Taurasi a finish.
Man.
A 20.
We didn't crumble. We had a few lapses that it didn't look very pretty for us, but we always found a way to respond.
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing, you know, what Caitlin's been able to do in her short career so far.
Caitlin Clark just scored 29 points, made 10 assists, and grabbed 5 rebounds in a single game. But that's not the real story. The bombshell she dropped after the game has the entire WNBA talking. What did Clark say that's got everyone buzzing? Caitlin Clark's journey in the WNBA didn't start with a bang, far from it. Her debut was a roller coaster of emotions, showcasing both her immense potential and the challenges that lay ahead. Clark put up an impressive 20 points, but the excitement was dampened by a record-setting 10 turnovers. It was a stark reminder that even the most talented rookies face a steep learning curve in the pros. The physicality and pace of the WNBA caught Clark off guard. Defenders were quicker, stronger, and more experienced than what she faced in college. Plays that worked like magic in the NCAA suddenly fell flat against seasoned pros. Clark found herself struggling to create space, make clean passes, and finish at the rim with the same ease she once did. Enter Diana Taurasi, the WNBA legend, known for her fierce competitiveness and unfiltered opinions. Before Clark even stepped on a WNBA court, Taurasi fired a warning shot that echoed through the league. Reality is coming. You look superhuman playing against 18-year-olds, but you're gonna come play with some grown women. Taurasi's words sparked a firestorm. Fans and players alike debated whether the comment was a necessary reality check or an unnecessary jab at a promising rookie. Some praised Taurasi for her honesty, arguing that Clark needed to hear the truth about the challenges ahead. Others saw it as an attempt to intimidate a young player who hadn't even played her first pro game. For Clark, Taurasi's words could have been crushing. Instead, they became fuel. Every turnover, every missed shot, every defensive lapse became a chance to prove Taurasi and other doubters wrong. Clark hit the gym harder, studied game film more intensely, and sought advice from veterans willing to share their wisdom.
Here is Clark off the screen, launches, and drops a triple. But these Mercury...
The rookie's determination was evident in her approach to practice and games. She wasn't just going through the motions, she was on a mission. Teammates and coaches noticed Clark's unwavering focus and relentless work ethic. Even as the struggles continued in those early games, there were flashes of brilliance that hinted at what was to come. Clark's journey wasn't just about physical adaptation. The mental aspect of pro basketball presented its own set of challenges. The pressure of living up to enormous expectations, the scrutiny of every performance, and the need to prove herself worthy of her draft position all weighed heavily on the young star.
Here early in the second quarter has 4 assists as well, as Cloud rattles that one in.
But Clark didn't crumble under the pressure. Instead, she embraced it. She understood that criticism and challenges were part of the process. In press conferences and interviews, Clark remained poised and confident, acknowledging her areas for improvement while never doubting her ability to succeed at the highest level. As the weeks went by, small improvements began to add up. Clark's turnover numbers started to decrease. Her shooting percentages inched upward. Her defense, once a glaring weakness, showed signs of improvement. It wasn't a sudden transformation, but a gradual evolution born of hard work and perseverance. As Caitlin Clark's rookie season progressed, something remarkable started to happen. The struggles that defined her early games began to fade, replaced by flashes of brilliance that hinted at her true potential. Clark's determination to prove herself in the face of adversity was paying off in a big way. The numbers tell a compelling story of Clark's rapid improvement. After a shaky start, she's now averaging an impressive 16.3 points and 6.6 assists per game. Her shooting percentage has climbed to a respectable 39% from the field, a clear sign that she's adjusting to the speed and physicality of the pro game. But it's not just the stats that are turning heads. Clark's impact on the Indiana Fever goes far beyond the box score. Her court vision and passing ability have transformed the team's offense, creating opportunities for her teammates and keeping defenses on their toes. The Fever, once struggling to find their identity, are now playing with a newfound energy and purpose. At the heart of this transformation is Clark's blossoming partnership with veteran guard Kelsey Mitchell. The duo has quickly become one of the most formidable backcourts in the WNBA, combining Clark's playmaking wizardry with Mitchell's scoring prowess. Opposing teams are finding it increasingly difficult to contain this dynamic pairing.
Here's Mitchell, behind the defense.
Often forced to choose between stopping Clark's drives and dishes or Mitchell's deadly outside shooting. Clark's growth isn't limited to her on-court performance. She's also emerging as a leader for the Fever, displaying a maturity and confidence that belies her rookie status. After a recent victory, Clark demonstrated her growing influence on the team, stating, "One of our biggest wins of the season boosted us into how we're playing basketball right now." This quote reveals not just Clark's personal confidence, but her understanding of how individual performances contribute to team success. The rookie's resilience in the face of early criticism has been nothing short of remarkable. Instead of letting the doubters get to her, Clark used their words as fuel to drive her improvement.
They made it a game. They took the lead midway through the third, but it was the response for this team to close out the quarter.
We didn't crumble. We had a few lapses that it didn't look very pretty for us, but we always found a way to respond.
She's put in countless hours in the gym, working on her strength and conditioning to better handle the physical demands of the pro game. Her dedication to film study has sharpened her decision-making, resulting in fewer turnovers and more efficient offensive possessions. Clark's adaptability has been key to her success. She's learned to use her quickness and vision to create space against tighter WNBA defenses. Her shot selection has improved, and she's developed a knack for drawing fouls and getting to the free throw line. These adjustments have made her a more complete and dangerous player, capable of impacting the game in multiple ways. The impact of Clark's improvement extends beyond her individual stats. The Indiana Fever, once seen as a rebuilding team, are now in the playoff conversation. Clark's presence has energized the fan base, with attendance and merchandise sales on the rise. Her exciting style of play and relatable personality are bringing new fans to the WNBA, helping to grow the league as a whole. The stage was set for an epic showdown. Caitlin Clark, the rising star of the Indiana Fever, faced off against Diana Taurasi in the Phoenix Mercury. This wasn't just any game. It was a chance for Clark to prove herself against one of the greatest players in WNBA history. From the opening tip, Clark was on fire. She moved with a confidence and poise that seemed impossible for a rookie. Her crossovers left defenders stumbling. Her no-look passes found teammates in perfect scoring position, and her long-range shots swished through the net with stunning accuracy.
Overs, they've had 7 here in the third quarter. Clark step back on a deep 2. Gets the shooter. Third 3. Caitlin Clark is red hot here coming out of the Olympic break. Indiana comes up with it.
The stat sheet told the story of Clark's dominance. She finished the game with 29 points, shooting an impressive 50% from the field. But it wasn't just her scoring that stood out. Clark dished out 10 assists, orchestrating the Fever's offense like a seasoned veteran. She even grabbed 5 rebounds, showcasing her all-around game. Perhaps most impressive was Clark's performance at the free throw line. In a pressure-packed situation, she calmly sank 7 out of 8 attempts. Each made free throw felt like a statement, a message to the league that she wouldn't be rattled by the bright lights or high stakes of professional basketball. As the final buzzer sounded, the Fever emerged victorious. Clark had led her team to a statement win against a perennial playoff contender, but the real bombshell was yet to come.
Clark. Mitchell, corner 3, connects with the finish.
And
Just 6 seconds to go. Taurasi will dribble it away. And for the first time in franchise history, Fever have beaten the Mercury for 3 times.
In the post-game press conference, all eyes were on Diana Taurasi. The WNBA legend, known for her fierce competitiveness and unfiltered opinions, stepped up to the microphone. The room fell silent, waiting to hear what she would say about the rookie who had just outplayed her team. What happened next shocked everyone. Instead of criticism or a stern warning, Taurasi's words were filled with admiration and respect. What Caitlin's been able to do in her short career so far has been nothing short of remarkable, Taurasi said, her voice carrying a tone of genuine appreciation. The basketball world collectively gasped. Diana Taurasi, the same player who had warned Clark about the harsh realities of pro basketball, was now singing her praises. It was a moment that transcended the game itself, marking a significant shift in how Clark was perceived within the league. Taurasi didn't stop there. She went on to acknowledge the immense pressure Clark has faced since entering the WNBA. She keeps showing up and she keeps getting better every single game, Taurasi added, highlighting Clark's resilience and work ethic. But perhaps the most telling comment came when Taurasi spoke about Clark's impact on her team. "What she's doing for that team right now is pretty impressive," she said. With those words, Taurasi wasn't just praising Clark's individual talents. She was recognizing her as a true difference maker for the Indiana Fever. This unexpected turn of events carries significant weight in the WNBA community. Diana Taurasi isn't just any player, she's a 3-time WNBA champion, an Olympic gold medalist, and widely regarded as one of the greatest to ever play the game. Her words carry immense authority and influence. For Clark, this moment represents more than just personal validation. It's a sign that she's earned her place among the elite players in the league. The rookie who once faced doubts and criticism is now being celebrated by the very players she looked up to. This shift in perception could have far-reaching effects on Clark's career and the league as a whole. It opens doors for increased media attention, potential endorsement deals, and a larger platform to inspire the next generation of basketball players.